What's going on, people? Welcome to the LV Live show. I'm LV Live. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Once again, I want to thank all the new subscribers for coming by to my channel, man. It is truly, truly appreciated. So, the New York Knicks had their media day today, man. It was great to see everybody back out there. And, of course, just getting to meet everybody and see the whole team, see the whole crew rolling in there. Brunson, of course, the Big Cat, of course, Mikal Bridges, of course, Josh Hart, and the new coach, Mike Brown himself, right? It was a great breakdown, man. Just kind of seeing exactly just how everyone was feeling, just seeing, everyone pretty much coming back together. And of course, you know what I mean? The big discussion is what's the offense going to look like? What are we going to be? Like, what is this team going to be going forward? How are we going to look? There's big expectations here. Huge expectations. Huge. And I think that with that, we have to be able to kind of identify that last year was big, man. Last year was big for this team. Last year was big for the whole Knicks, everything. It was just huge because then we were able to pretty much say, all right, cool. Because that happened, because we got, to a place that we haven't been in years in the Eastern Conference Finals, now it's time to build on that going forward. And I think that that's a tough thing to do because once you do that, the expectations are through the roof. They just are. And so the mindset with everyone is that, okay, so, Eastern Conference or bust. Oh, I got one better. Finals or bust. So now going forward, what does that mean for the new coach, right? Coach, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rocking with LV Live. Now, what's going on? Appreciate you coming through Rocking with LV Live, man. So, people may not want to say it. I'm sure the players didn't want to say it today. They didn't want to identify it, but it's a big year, man. It's a big year. It's a big year. It's big expectations, right? We know the importance of it, and we also know that a couple of top guns are down, being Jason Tatum and of course Tyrese Halliburton out there in Indiana. So, I said it last year. I don't trust Cleveland. I know who they are, right? So it's all up to us. It's all on us. And also, too, we come back fully loaded. We got everybody back with a couple of added pieces in Yabusele and, of course, Jordan Clarkson and now Matthew Brogdon and, of course, Landry Shamet is back. So I'm just saying, so if you look at everything, the totality of the East and what we are, to me, we are the favorite, right? We're coming back from the Eastern Conference Finals. Of course, the Eastern Conference champs are down there, Top Gun and Halliburton, and of course, they lost Miles Turner, who was big for them, to Milwaukee. So Boston's down Jason Tatum, and they lost a couple of other pieces of that team. So to me, it's only right that we are the favorite. We should be the favorite. It should be no question about that. And so I think that it's important for us to really kind of gather some things together, man, and say, okay, what is this team going to look like, right? What are we going to be, right? How's this offense going to look? And these are things that, they talked about today. What's the injury situation like, right? Have guys fully recovered, right? That's another thing we're going to touch on today regarding Josh Hart, right? So, it's exciting time, man. Of course, as you see right there, next week, 10-2 in Dubai. In Dubai. Nostalgic Nick, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. Going over the 2025-2026 Media Day. So, yeah, we got the Sixers in Dubai next week on 10-2. So the season is here, man. Season is here. Nostalgic Nick, yes, it is. Season is here. So, training camp starts, and now it's good to pretty much get everybody rocking and rolling, man. It's good to kind of see exactly where guys are conditioning-wise. Certain guys I think are going to be ready to go. A guy like Yabusele, I'm sure he's ready, especially with him playing in the Euro League. So he's ready to go. Brunson's always in top shape. Josh Hart's always in top shape. So we got to make sure, of course, we got to monitor Mitch's minutes. It's a lot of different things we got to look at. I'm sure Deuce is in top shape, right? So it's good to look at and good to kind of identify and see exactly what we have. But I think guys are going to come in shape, and I think guys are going to come in hungry. Disc Rover, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. discussing the New York Knicks 25-26 media day. So it's gonna be interesting to see, man. But this is probably. I mean, you guys let me know. I mean, I'm telling my age, man, but this is the most exciting season, man. Since those Ewing years, man. This is probably 94. 94 went to the finals. 95. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to think like it's been that long. You know what I'm saying? Because even when Melo and them boys went, and they had the what were they number 2 seed in the East or number 1 seed in the East, I believe. That's when Melo went baseline and got his dunk blocked by Roy Hibbert, right? I don't know. I mean, I don't think. I mean, this hasn't been a time. I mean, this has been the first time since I would say 94, 95, 95, 96. Those teams that you said, okay, I think we got a real true shot to win it, right? And yeah, man. I think this is our year. I think this is our year, and I think we got the perfect guy leading it. I think Brunson is the perfect catalyst for what it is that we want to do, and I think he's the perfect leader, man. He is. So yeah, should be really, really exciting. But yeah, let me pull up here a couple of things from Media Day and pull it up for you guys here. Hope everyone is doing well. Let's hear from Mike Brown and the guys and the crew. Break down exactly how they feel about the season. Especially Mike Brown, man. I want to see exactly how he's going to go about doing things. Jalen Brunson, which is going to be the key here. And I mentioned that to you guys. So let me pull it up here for you guys. Hope everybody's doing well, man, on this Tuesday, man. Okay, let me pull this up here. This is it here. Okay, cool. All right. Let me share it here. All right. It's a beautiful day today in New York City, man. Big news out from the Giants, too. Jackson Dart will be starting. It's big time, man. Big time. Everything's moving and shaking in New York sports, man. Yanks are playing right now, trying to win the AL East. It's a busy day in sports, man. Busy day in sports today. All right, so let me pull this up here. Mike Brown. All right, so I can play it for you guys. All right. Make sure the volume is good. Okay. All right, cool. It's Mike Brown, guys, new coach of the Knicks.
They've used Jalen off the ball a number of different ways over the years. Screener at times, running on takedowns, flare screens, that kind of stuff. What have you seen from Jalen's off-ball work that you like? What particular executive actions do you really support for that? What kind of stuff?
So really quick, so before he answers, I don't know if you guys heard in the background, they were asking him about Jalen Brunson's off-ball stuff, right? And how he plans to use him. Because if you guys know, Brunson, he pretty much was the most ball dominant guy in the league last year. Even though his minutes were down, he was like top 20 in the league, I believe. He wasn't even top 10 in the league as far as his minutes. As far as ball domination, I think he was number 1 in the league, right? So his usage was at an all-time high. And so that's something that, Knicks fans, including myself, want to see how Mike Brown is going to use this. So that was basically the question that was being asked to him.
He seems like he's a versatile player. And the biggest thing that I want to do for him is try to get him, as well as everybody else, easy shots. And one of the easiest shots in the game of basketball is a spray 3. I'm a big proponent of touching the paint and spraying that basketball for a catch and shoot 3. And so within what we do, we're going to try to get him a lot of those situations. On top of that, if you do touch the paint, whether it's on the dribble drive or on a cut, if it's on the dribble drive, when you touch the paint and you get off of it, we want you to keep moving. And again, the little bit that we've seen so far in Jalen during these optional workouts, he seems like he's embraced it. Because you have to be in great condition in order to play this way. But he seems like he's embraced it, and I'm looking forward to seeing if we can continue to try to find ways, especially when we start playing games, that we try to find ways to get him some easy catch and shoot looks, because the ball will be in his hands, especially down the stretch. And so to make the game easier throughout the course of the game is going to be a big thing.
Boom. So here we go, guys. If you guys remember, right, I said it here when we were hiring Mike Brown. I said the key is that how is he going to be able to ascend Jalen Brunson? You guys remember when I said that? How is he going to be able to take Brunson's game to the next level? Like, what is he going to be able to do in regards to that? And remember, he's talking about spraying threes. Listen, this is what he did in Golden State. Remember, he was there when Steve Kerr was there. He won championships there. He was there. He was on that staff. So I said to you guys here when the decision was made, I said, listen, how are you going to unlock this guy the way Steph Curry was unlocked? Because Steph Curry was a good player before when Mark Jackson had him, but Steve Kerr unlocked something in that guy. It made him like, as they say in the Super Saiyan world, he made him a Super Saiyan, basically. His hair turned blonde. He just started going bananas, right? Shooting threes from the parking lot. I mean, he was doing that in Davidson, but in the league, he just took it to the next level, right? So they were able to unlock something with him. And then what Mike Brown said is basically what they did is they pretty much, as soon as they get in the paint, they're looking to spray them passes, looking for corner threes, outside threes. That's what the Warriors do. And that's why their offense was always the way it was so potent. So that's what I wanted to hear. Like, how are you going to make Brunson the best version of himself? And he's talking about, getting the ball out of his hands. Because what we want from Brunson is to not be overworked in the first, second, and third quarter. We want him at his best in the fourth. Now, he's proven that he can be that, but how can we do it in an easier way, in an easier fashion? And I think that's pretty much what Mike Brown is saying. How do we get Brunson to be the best version of him in the biggest moments without him being, tired? He's got fresh legs in the fourth because he's pretty much not working so hard to get his shot off. Everything's not one-on-one. But in the fourth, in winning time, now he could put his pedal to the metal, and now he can get busy, right? Because he hasn't been using all of that energy in the first, second, and third quarter. So he's already giving you an inside look into what he plans on doing with Brunson, which I think is fabulous. Because now we're able to say to ourselves, all right, cool. If that's what it's going to be, if that's how it's going to look, then that's what we want. That's what we want. To make it easier for him, man. Make it easier for him. I mean, he's that good of a player. So the key is make it easier for the captain. So in the fourth quarter, he's super fresh and ready to knock down shots and hit game winners, even at a higher clip than what he did last year. So to me, that's the key about what Mike Brown is saying. This Grover says, LB, man, can you really imagine if JB gets even better this season? But I think he can, though, this Grover, man. I can really imagine it. Because look how great he was, this Grover, and it felt like we wasn't even running an offense, right? There was times we would get frustrated because it felt like it was just him by himself, pick and roll, just do one-on-one. Whoever, has a one-on-one setup, then okay, cool. It felt like at times they wasn't even running an offense. And so imagine now when he gets an offensive guy behind him who could really kind of help unlock him. Now you could see him to where, what was he averaging last year? What was he averaging about 25? Oh, man, he can get up to like 28, 30 a game, right? Because, he's catching shoot threes. He's making the game easier. Fourth quarter, he's destroying teams because he's in better shape because he's not being worn down in the first, second, and third quarter like Tibbs would have him do, right? So it's a different philosophy here offensively, which is what we wanted for the longest now. And now, you pair that with a guy like Brunson. I mean, that just takes this team to a whole nother level, right? And so for me, That's what I love what he was saying. That's what I love what he was getting at. So now, of course, there's gonna be other things he's gonna add on to it, all of that. But to me, the most important thing is unlocking Brunson. The same way Steve Kerr unlocked Steph Curry. And we didn't think Steph Curry can get better, but Steve Kerr unlocked him and took his game to the next level based on the offensive sets they were running. Rondo, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live, man. Knicks 25-26 Media Day. Player interviews today. And, of course, the Knicks play next week in Dubai against the 76ers on October 2nd. Okay. This Rover says for sure, with him not being so worn down, his 3-point percentage would definitely go back up. Agreed, because I think what he's going to do also too, and I think Josh Hart mentioned it today too. I'm gonna bring him up as well. What they're going to do, this Rover, is they're going to take the ball out of his hands, because the thing with him is that he's so ball dominant. It's easy to defend him. But imagine him coming off the screens, double screens, him getting to that floater game, him pretty much, standing out by the 3-point lane while, Josh Hart penetrates, kicks out to him. Then you have him in the corner. Then you have, of course, Cat up top. Then you have OG Anunoby in the corner, right? So think about all these different things, because those guys are great corner three-point shooters, Bridges and, of course, OG Anunoby, right? So imagine now how you can attack. And Josh Hart is great at getting in the paint, right? So he's a great passer also too. So think about all those options that he has, and based on the offense that's being run, now you're getting elite shooters open shots. And if the game is close, a guy like him who has not worked as hard as he did in the first half of the game, now in the fourth quarter, now he's ready to go. Now he's ready to take your heart out, right? And that's the beauty of this offense. Right. And then also, too, the biggest thing, most important thing is take the ball out of his hand, man. He doesn't need to be so ball dominant. He's got too many great players around him. And I think that's kind of like what, Mike Brown is trying to get out of him. Thomas Banks, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live, man. It's the New York Knicks 25-26 Media Day show, man. Talking about the Knicks, man. Just seeing exactly how they went. They had a media day today, of course. And it's pretty much the beginning of the season, man. Everyone's getting ready. Had a lot of great interviews today, which I thought was great, man. It was kind of seeing the guys, seeing them kind of back and rolling. And you officially know that the season is officially here, man. Season is officially here. And for me, that's like the coolest part about this, because now with that, you can pretty much start getting ready in regards to, all right, well, who's going to be starting? Is it going to be Josh? Who's going to be starting? Right? Is it going to be him? Who's it going to be? Is it going to be Mitch? I don't know. And so that's the beauty of this, man. That's the beauty of it, and that's what makes it so awesome. Okay, let me pull this up here, guys. So I don't know if you guys saw this. Bring this up. So they talk about Josh Hart today. Josh Hart had surgery on his hand, and he re-aggravated it. Sorry. And this is a picture of it. Look at his knuckle there, guys. Look at that, man. And so, I'm gonna bring up the part where he talks about what he's gonna have to do with that finger, but I mean, that doesn't look good, man. That doesn't look good at all. And he stated that he had surgery on it, but he re-aggravated it. So, hopefully this is not a situation where he tries to play with it, but it's just not the same. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a nasty injury. Look at that, man. I mean, that's a really, really, really bad injury. I don't know if he dislocated. I don't know if he tore some ligaments. I mean, that's it, but to start the season like that, You know what I'm saying? So that just doesn't look good. And he's the heart and soul of this team. We really need Josh Hart. He's not a guy we're like, all right, well, we're good without him. Let's plug in such and such. No, not him. Not him. He's one of those pieces you really don't want to lose. Like Mikal Bridges go down, you could kind of plug somebody in, and you're gonna miss them, but maybe you could plug Deuce in. OG's like a piece that we can't lose. I mean, of course, Cat and of course Brunson, those are the stars, but I'm talking about the role players, like OG and Josh. Those are the guys you really can't afford to really lose because they do all the work. Remember, OG guards everybody. That's why we're always worried about him getting injured. And Josh is the heart and soul, man. He does all the messy work, right? So this doesn't look good. I know he's trying to downplay it like it's not a big deal, and I don't know, man. I don't know. This doesn't look good. This Rover says Josh said he'll wear a splint this season and he'll do it again next summer. Yeah, I know, but what is it? But this Rover, what does that look like, man? How is he going to play with that? How is he going to be able to shoot? Because he had his hand. It looks like that's his right hand. It looks like that's his shooting hand too. This Rover says, not gonna lie, LV, man, I'm frustrated. Josh carefree attitude. Yeah, that's how he is, man. He's pretty laid back about everything. Like, how are you gonna let this happen in our do or die season? Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't know. Like, this Rover, man, maybe I don't know, man. I mean, life happens, right? Maybe that's what was going on with him. Probably got caught up doing, life stuff. I don't know, but I do agree with you, though, man. He's, you got to be kind of like, on point with this, right? Be a little bit more responsible, but I don't know. We don't know how he re-injured it. I mean, he didn't mention it, but it is it is something that we're gonna have to keep an eye on. I mean, we definitely are. I mean, it's not something where we can kind of be dismissive, like, oh, it's not a big deal, or whatever, right? You gotta. This is pretty serious. You know what I'm saying? This is pretty serious. And so here he is talking about it. Let me kind of pull it up here for you guys. This is Josh Hart talking about his finger, man. This Rover, this is your point, right? This Rover, he's kind of nonchalant about it. Josh being Josh, man. Josh being Josh. Here he is right here talking about it with the media.
You got a finger procedure over the summer. Is that a major setback for you? Were you out silent for a little bit?
Yeah. I was out for a little while and some other stuff. So I'm just trying to get used to it. And then, get through the season with it. No, I mean, it's just don't want to go into too much detail, but yeah, obviously, got a procedure on it, and then kind of re-aggravated it, somewhat recently. So probably just rock out with a splint this season and, try to fix it again next summer.
Well, there you go. That's what you said, this Rover, right? That's what he was talking about. And he kind of, he's nonchalant about it. I think, obviously he said it happened recently. So I don't know, man. I mean, that's not good, man. And that doesn't look good. And it's on a shooting hand. So he's gonna play with a splint, how do you play with a splint? I mean, I don't know unless he tapes his fingers together. I mean, I don't know how you play with that. I mean, you can, but I mean, I'm just. It's gonna be some nights where it's gonna aggravate you, man. I mean, you listen. I played all the time. I got jammed fingers all the time. So that's gonna happen. Someone's gonna slap down on your hand, hack you really hard, trying to get it to a layup. Like, what does that look like for him? All right. It is a concern. And it's not something we could just brush away like it's not a big deal. Right. It is concerning. It is. We can't just dismiss it like, okay, well, it's not a big deal. Josh said he'll be fine. I don't know. This Rover says, I'd rather him redo the surgery now and recover for the next few months and come back in February healed up and better. I don't know this, Rover. I mean, I hear what you're saying, but we can't risk losing him, though, man. He's too vital to what it is that we like to do, man. He's too vital. That's like him. Okay, him going down is like OG Anunoby going down. Now, people are going to argue with me and say, oh, OG's a better player. But OG doesn't do what Josh does. He just doesn't. Excuse me. And Josh also, too, he's an Iron Man. Josh is always playing. Like, he's never hurt. Never hurt. Even with the whole knee ailment last year and stuff like that, and his lingering knee problem that he's had since Villanova days. He plays. He's always playing. He never takes days off. Like, he's never that guy. So we kind of take it for granted, how much of an Iron Man he is and how hard he plays. Like, in the things that he does that adds to winning basketball. Right? So you got to ask yourself, do we, I don't know. Do we go without him for a couple of months so he can get this finger fixed? Right? I don't know. You guys let me know. I mean, do you think it's even worth him, playing with it, because he could re-aggravate it too? That's that's another point too. He can re-aggravate it and really injure it even more. Right? So, that's a big thing right here, man. So you don't want to dismiss it like it's not a big deal, but it's something to consider here, man. It's something to worry about and keep an eye on. Keep an eye on, like, a couple of games he's out, because he's dealing with his finger stuff. And remember, he's got that, and he's got this lingering knee stuff, man, that, it's going to hamper him for the rest of his career. I mean, it's something that they've talked about and mentioned it. So I don't know. Hey, this Rover, listen, I'm not knocking what you're saying. It could possibly be an option for him to kind of, sit down and kind of take a break here. So they spoke to Josh Hart again about the possibility of coming off the bench and not starting. So listen what Josh has to say regarding that.
Part of the season, obviously, the starter and playoff season. Where do you see yourself going into the season? Do you feel like you're a starter?
Yeah, I mean, if I don't start, I'll probably ask for a trade and go somewhere else. But no, I mean, I had the best year of my career last year. But that's in the past. I think I'm a starter in the league. I think I deserve to be a starter in the league. But at the end of the day, it's, what's best for the team. And, last year I talked about sacrifice the whole time and kind of being that servant mentality and being a good steward of my gifts and those kind of things. So I think it would be extremely selfish for me to go out there and demand a start and all that kind of thing. So, whatever Mike wants to do or doesn't want to do, I'm cool with. And, time will tell what that is. But, I'm gonna figure it out how I have to figure it out.
This guy's a total team player, man. And the reason why I say that is because he's always been like a role player in this league, right? Always been a role player. Playing with Tibbs has really helped unlock him in a lot of different ways, right? He's become a starter here. He broke the record, Clyde's record for triple doubles, right? So he's really showed the layers of his game playing here. He was always a really good player other places, a good role player. But coming here, he's really, really opened up his game. Of course, playing with his buddies, of course, Brunson, of course, Bridges, and before that, Dante DiVincenzo. So there's nothing like playing at home, being close to everybody. He's from DC, DMV area, right? So, he went to Villanova, Philly's right there, right? So him being back home in the Northeast and playing with his friends has really, really helped him take his game to the next level too. So him saying, he talked about last year, it was his best year of his career. But he's open to other things because, to me, I honestly think he wants to end his career here. I don't think he wants to go anyplace else. Remember, he's 30 years old. I think he's the oldest guy on the team. So he doesn't probably want to go anyplace else. He wants to end his career here, play with his boys, win a championship here, ride off into the sunset, live on the Northeast because he's from here. I'm sure his wife's family's from up here because I think she's also from D.C., right? So this is a perfect situation for him. So he's not going to really want to ruffle the feathers and be like, no, I want to start someplace else, because I'm pretty sure it's so much more to it than just starting. Like, the guy really likes the team that he's on. He loves playing with his brothers pretty much, and he loves being close to home, close to family. He loves all the things that come up playing in New York. So if that means he's got to come off the bench, he don't care, because he's got a great contract. He's getting paid really, really well to play with the Knicks and just be a hustle guy. That's all really he is. So he wasn't brought here to be like the triple-double guy and, try to score points. No. He's here to be a perfect piece to what it is Brunson likes to do, and now Cat, right? So he knows his role. And I think Josh Hart is going to retire in Nick. I don't think he's going anywhere. And so he's going to do whatever he can to help this team win, and also, too, whatever he can to stay here and retire here. I don't think Josh Hart is going anywhere. Well said by him. Gravity, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live, man. Let's reset the room, man. Appreciate everybody coming through rocking with me today. This is the New York Knicks 25-26 season media day. The boys had the media day today, so it's pretty much, to me, this is pretty much like the start of the season, right? So when they all come out and they do the media, they take their pictures and, of course, have conversations with the media in regards to what they've been doing all year and getting prepped and ready. And as you see right there, also, they got the Sixers next week. So we're ready to go. Right? What was it? The second, I believe, is next Thursday. So they're going to probably fly out to Dubai maybe like in a day or two. So they could be out there training. So training camp starts, guys. Training camp is here. So these guys are going to start training, because if they're playing next week, they're practicing probably tomorrow. Getting ready and getting in the flow of the season. Also, too, getting in shape, knowing what Mike Brown wants to do, figuring out his likes and dislikes, his strengths, his weaknesses, all those different things these guys are going to be figuring out. So the season is here. Season is here, and that's the beauty of Media Day. This Rover says Josh is a starter material, just not on this team's roster. Listen, I agree, man. I agree. Yeah, him and Cat. This Rover, yes, him and Cat. Yes, are the oldest. Yeah, yeah, man. Listen, if we're talking about that now, I mean, I think it should be Mitch. I mean, I love that, two-headed monster, those two bigs in there, 7-footers in there. That changes everything for us, especially Mitch being a defensive beast, getting rebounds, block shots, all those things. And then you take him off the bench. Then you put him on the bench. Then you bring in a guy like Josh Hart, or you bring in a guy like Yabusele. And, of course, you maybe have Cat run with that second unit. I mean, there's different things you can do. They're interchangeable. But the beauty is having Josh Hart come in on that second unit is great, because then you pretty much keep the ball rolling. Things don't slow down because he's going to push the pace. And I think he's a perfect role player for what it is that we want to do. And I think he's been a key piece, man. I don't want to say he's the most important piece than Brunson, because Brunson is the most important piece. But Josh Hart is not too far behind. Because remember, the Knicks were good before he came here. But when he came here that spring, and we made that trade, what was it, Cam Reddish, right? The Cam Reddish trade. And we brought him over here. We look like a totally different team. He came in with a spark, with a tenacity, with a hustle, with a fire about him that all New Yorkers love, right? We all love that type of, ferocity that guy plays with. He gives it his all, right? That's New York City through and through, right? Blue collar, bring your mail, bring your hard hat to work, right? That's what we love. And that's what he personifies, man. And so, hence, like I said, man, he's the heart and soul, no pun intended, of this team. And so, he's because of what he does, it makes things easier for Brunson to do what he does. And so, yes, he's starter material, but he's the type of guy that he can be effective whether he's a starter or whether he's coming off the bench. And so I think that, he's established himself as being, not the star, but one of the stars of this team. One of the stars of this team, without a doubt. All right, guys, let's go back in here. Let me take a look at some more of the players, man. Once again, like I stated, everyone was back today. Of course, the four heavy hitters outside of OG Anunoby. So let's hear from let's get in close. Let's listen to Mikal Bridges, man. What Mikal Bridges has to say. I'm glad to have him back. He signed that deal. What did he sign? What was it? 4 years? Make sure I got this right. I think it was 4 years, 150, right? It's Mikal Bridges. He signed his deal. Make sure I got those numbers right, man. What did he sign with the Knicks? Yeah. 4 years, 150, man. 150, August 1st. Big time. Big time for him to sign that deal. All right, so let's listen to Mikal Bridges, listen to what he has to say in regards to everything. Okay, make sure I got this all set up for you guys. Hope everybody's doing well, man. Okay.
In between the finish of last season and disappointment not getting the finals, you guys seem to be one of the favorites this year. You kind of, I guess, this last year back those expectations for you, kind of make you guys hungrier.
Okay, so I don't know if you guys can hear. I try to turn it up as much as I can, make sure you guys can hear the reporters. They asked him pretty much, because of what happened last year, does that give you guys more fuel and make you hungrier for this season? That's basically what he asked Mikal Bridges.
Getting that close and losing, no, it's not. It's not fun at all. I know you can kind of be more grateful and happy that you made that far, but I think our expectations was different. Not being satisfied at all, but I think use that for fuel. Obviously, I think every team that doesn't make it there, and teams that make it there and lose, has it for fuel. But just control your control. Take it day by day, and you can't get to June without going through all these other months. So you just gotta worry about the now and get prepared.
See, that's well said by him, but I'm gonna have to kind of give him put up a little bit of pushback, man. I think they all feel it, and I think they're hungrier now than they've ever been. I think they're extremely, extremely focused, and I think that stung last year, big time. Vibes, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rocking with LV Live, man. It's the New York Knicks 2025-2026 Media Day, man. Pretty much breaking down the players' interviews. Start of the season, man. We're basically here. It is here, as you see right there by that ticket right there. The 76ers are next week, 10-2 in Dubai. We'll be playing the 76ers, man. So the season is here. If they're playing next Thursday, they're definitely starting to train now. So they probably open camp probably tomorrow. And then you got to probably get ready to get on the plane and go to Dubai to train out there. They're going to play 2 games out there. I believe they're playing a game Thursday and Saturday. And then I'll bring up the schedule later, but I think that's how it's going to go for them. And then they're going to fly back home and have their last couple of season games, preseason games. So, yeah. But I think it's listen, guys, who all thought we was going to beat the Pacers? I thought we were going to beat them. I thought it was going to be Knicks. I thought we was going to take them boys 4-2. I thought it was going to be us 4-2 opposite them. That game 1 destroyed everything because that's what really hurt. And so, trust me, they know they should have beat the Pacers. They knew they were a better team. But see, to me, I don't think it was the players. I think it was coaching. Tibbs really dropped the ball there with a lot of different things because I felt he should have been played Landry Shamet. And who's the other kid, man? Guys, correct me. Who's the other guard? I got his name. You guys let me know who's the other guard that he didn't play and he should have played. He had the dreads. Delon Wright. This Grover was coming through in the clutch. Delon Wright. He didn't play them till late. So that's coaching again, right? So that hurt us. And I think, to these guys, they know it stings because they know, okay, listen, that's the hunger. Trust me, they're ready to get back to it. Now, of course, what Mikal Bridges stated, they understand that they do have to go through these months to get through, to get ready for June, May and June. But all of this is in preparations for that. That's what it's for. And so we got to see exactly, once again, how Mike Brown is going to be able to unlock these guys. That's the goal. Because listen, I mean, I'm sorry, guys, the pressure's on, man. Listen, and I'm not talking about so much for the players, but for Mike Brown, it's finals or bust. That's it. You can't, you can't. As much as people complain about Tibbs, including me, and my whole crew in here, he did take us to the Eastern Conference Finals. So I said it before on one of my shows. A guy's got to really come here and really just drop the ball like insanely for this team to not make it to the finals next year with the amount of talent we have. Like, it should not be hard. So trust me, the pressure's on not so much the players, pressure's on Mike Brown. He's been given a gold mine, man, a golden goose. He's got to do something with this. Okay. Rover said my guy was beaming. So Mikal Bridges, yeah, man, listen, he's got paid. This Rover, come on, man. He's got that money, got that shmoney, man. 4 years, 150. Vibes says Bridges is ready. Yeah, agreed. Now, Vibes, I don't think Embiid is playing in the preseason, man. I don't even know if Embiid is playing until maybe January or something like that. Let me say this about the Embiid thing. I'm glad you brought that up, Vibes. I can see a situation, guys, where the Sixers are an average team, and Embiid does a Mitch. He comes back maybe like a month or two before the playoffs. It starts getting busy, and they're dangerous in the playoffs because of him. I think he's a dirty player. You guys know how I feel about Embiid. But let's be real. I mean, he gets busy, man. He gets busy on the court. You know what I'm saying? He gets busy. So I can see him coming back later, being in better shape. If Paul George is average, and we already know what Maxey is, and I'm telling you right now, you guys better watch out for the kid from Long Island, VJ Edgecombe. You heard it here first. He is nasty. I seen him play in high school. Nasty. He went to Lehigh. And he got busy in Baylor, and he was getting busy in the summer league. Big, athletic, strong. The Sixers got a weapon in him. So the Sixers are dangerous, man. They're sneaky dangerous. Sneaky dangerous, man. Because they got some pieces over there. Especially the kid from Duke. He's nice. He got he paints his nails and stuff like that. What's the kid's name? I don't know that team too much, man. What's the kid's name that plays for the Sixers, man? What's his name? Paints his nails. What's his name, man? Anybody know his name? Let me see if anybody knows his name. Anybody knows his name? Jared McCain. This Rover was coming through in the clutch like Aaron Judge. McCain is nasty. He's nasty. He was at Duke. He was a top recruit. He was getting busy last year, too, until he got hurt. They got two dogs in the backcourt that are young and hungry. You got to watch out for them dudes. So, Philly, I don't know, man. If Embiid comes back and he's Embiid and his knees are okay, you got to watch out for him. Trust me, you got to watch out for him. You heard it here first with LV Live. You got to watch out for him. I'm not worried about the Cavs. The Cavs, please. Philly, I'm worried about. They got some weapons, man. Come on, man, Vibes. Yo, did Grimes go back? Is he back with Philly? I didn't know if he signed the deal or not. Did they keep him back? You guys let me know. Nah, PG gonna be hurt, LV. See, that's what I'm saying. See. But Vibes, if he comes back halfway decent, listen, man, my thing is this, guys. I'm not overlooking nobody. The only team I'm overlooking is the Cavs. Like they proved who they are. I'm not overlooking Philly. They got some weapons over there, man. We already know how nasty Maxey is. Maxey is legit, right? So now you gave him 2 dogs in McCain and Edgecombe to go with him in the backcourt. They could be dangerous, man. If Embiid comes back and he's Embiid, man, listen, listen, guys, you gotta trust me. You heard it here first on the LV Live show. I'm telling you. I'm just saying, they could be sneaky good. I'm not saying this is definite, but you gotta watch them. You gotta watch them from deep. You gotta say, yo, I see them coming, man. You got because that's how you get caught. You get snuffed. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You don't want to get snuffed. That's what they could do. Vibes, is Grimes back with them? I don't know if the Grimes. There's a picture out there. Grimes out there working out, man. Tibbs with him. Probably coming up with some type of scheme, man. You know what I'm saying? Remember, if you guys remember, Grimes was the reason we did not get. We didn't get Spider because Tibbs didn't want to let Grimes go. Tibbs didn't want to let Grimes go. You guys remember that? He was like, "Nah, I don't want to let Grimes go." That's it. So now it was Fold was up. Tibbs out there working out with Grimes, man. Tibbs trying to sneak his way around. What if Tibbs go to Philly, man? What if he go in and get on the bench with Philly? What if Tibbs do that? That'll be nasty work, right? If Tibbs go to Philly on a bench, nasty work if he do that. Nasty. You think Tibbs do that? Vibe said, "Nah, both of them going." So Grimes ain't there. I thought Grimes. Who Grimes with, man? The Grimes with Philly. This girl said Tibbs is coaching college ATM. Yo, word up. We fear no man, LV. That's what I'm talking about. Yo, Grimes. Wait. You guys got me thinking here, man. Is Grimes back with Philly? Hold up. Putting Grimes. Who you with? They say he with Philly still, man. He's still with Philly. Oh, but wait, he's a free agent. I'm bugging. They say Grimes might go back. They say Grimes might go back to Dallas, man. You know, he's from Dallas. He's from Houston. They say he might go back, man. Yeah, Vibes. Yeah, Vibes. They said Vibes said I don't think he didn't sign it. Yeah, that's what it said. I just saw the thing. They said they think he might sign with Dallas, man. Might go back home. Jason Kidd and them out there, man. This Grover said if Tibbs went to Philly, we'd smoke him. He'd have him beat out there. Yo, word up, right? That's a fact. Yo, he have him beat like, and be like, yo, my leg is falling off. He'd be like, come on, man. Come on. You know, Tibbs. Come on. He making that face. Nick Nurse be looking around like, yo, my man, you got to be easy, Tibbs. But they said Nick Nurse is like Tibbs, man. He be on the same Tibbs vibe. Vibes said, why go back there, though? I don't know, Vibes. I mean, remember, he's from Texas, man. He's from Texas, like Randall, man. So he probably want to go back home, man. The cats probably want to go back home. That's the only thing. That's the only thing vibes I can think of. That's the only thing I can think of is he wants to go back home. Let's hear from Bridges, man. He talks about his love for the city, man. He's happy wearing that orange and blue, man. He loves it.
What were your reasons for the extension? Like, if you say I signed the extension because whatever, what would you say are the reasons?
Man, because I love it here. Love it here. Love the fans. Love the culture. Love, the staff and everybody, the front office, everything, teammates. So it's probably the biggest thing, honestly. Throughout last year, I know last year was tough throughout the season and playoffs helped a little bit, but I don't know, man. I think I can appreciate the fans and everybody like that. I think a lot of people thought I might be upset because maybe they was getting on me a little too hard, but I think I was more mad at myself in the situation because everything they want is what I want. So it's not like why y'all getting on me? Some things could be a little too crazy, but that's just life how it is. But I think we all want the same goal. So
once again, this is the same situation as Josh Hart. Same situation as Josh Hart with this kid. Remember, once again, right? Elvie talks about it all the time here, right? Location is key. This kid, he's a Philly kid, man. He's from Philly, man. Born and raised. We ain't too far from Philly. You know that. He went to Villanova, stayed close to home, right? Probably the furthest place he's been away from home was when he went to Phoenix, right? Then he comes back to Brooklyn. Now he just went took a train ride right over to the Garden, and now he's still close to home. I don't think the Knicks. I think he's another guy that's going to retire, Nick. And like he said, he wants to be here, man. And he knows he had an up and down year last year. But like I said to you, and I said it here, and I went on my rant. I said, we're going to need this guy in the playoffs. And, he was huge in the playoffs. Huge. Coming up on monster games, man. Monster games. See, people remember that, Brunson getting busy in Detroit. Remember he hit that tip in Detroit to put us down by 1 or down by 2? Then he had the dunk on Cunningham. Then he had the steal in Boston. I mean, he had monster games in the playoffs. Monster games. So, this guy, I think he knows, this is where he wants to be. There's no better place to play than here, especially when they're winning. But at the same time, they get on you. But he don't got a problem with that neither, man, because, listen, he's from Philly, man. Come on. He's born and raised. So he understands how tough it could be. He understands that. He understands if you don't come ready to play, they're going to get on you. Certain guys ain't got the backbone for it. Hence, Randall, right? We'll talk about him later. You know what I'm saying? Now we know why he was stinking it up in the Garden, because he was, messing with Chief. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so this guy understands that, man. He understands what it means to play in the Garden, man, and what it means to wear the orange and blue, and what the expectations are. And this is what you play for, man, when you come to a team like this, playing with your brothers, being close to home. Same situation as Josh Hart. Like, there's no better feeling, man. And you guys are winning. This is it. So him signing that deal for 150, I'm not surprised he did that and took less like Brunson. These guys want to win, but then also, too, these guys are making so much bread. Your lifestyle don't change, man. Your lifestyle don't change. And he's close to home. His moms can come see him play. His pops, his whole family out there in Philly, everybody can come see him play. It's a no-brainer, man. It's a no-brainer to stay here. And he loves it. Great thing. Great breakdown from him, man. Great breakdown from him about why he stayed and why he took the deal. Corey Lindsay, man, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live, man. Let's reset the room. Appreciate everybody coming through rocking with me tonight on this Tuesday. New York Knicks Media Days, pretty much the start of the season today. Knicks rolled out player interviews, as well as also, too, getting ready for that Dubai game next week, 10-2 against the Philadelphia 76ers, starting the preseason. The Knicks and the 76ers are the first game to start off the NBA season, preseason, shall I say, in Dubai next Thursday. Vibes says, LV, man, this is why I don't fear Philly, man. Them boys play there. Yeah, man. What do you mean them boys play there? You talking about Villanova? Yeah, man. I mean, listen, Vibes. Look, man. Philly got some pieces, man. Philly got some pieces. If they can get it right, Vibes. If they can get it right, you can't sleep on them. Can't sleep on them. Embiid is still Embiid, man. Even with a bad knee, you saw what he was doing to us. Remember, he was limping around, but he was throwing the ball off the backboard, dunking on dudes. I was like, that is the stupidest move ever, knowing you got a bad knee. But that shows you how nice he is, as big as he is, doing stuff like that. Vibes said you saw them boys playing in Philly. No. Vibes, listen, look. I know that. I'm not saying that we're gonna lose to them. I'm not saying that. But Vibes, you can't sleep on them, no Vibes. You can't sleep on them. That's all I'm saying. But Vibes, that's all leaning on. If Embiid comes back and he's somewhat similar to himself, Vibes. If that is the case, gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Vibes said, you saw I misplayed him. Yo, word up. Vibes said, I'm sleeping on him. I'm sleeping on him, man. Vibes is like, yo, LV, man, you bugging. I ain't worried about them clowns. Yeah, man, Philly shaky right now, man. But they might be a sleeping giant, though, man. Gotta be careful. I pay attention to everybody, Vibes. Everybody, because I'm trying to get to it. I don't want to get caught slipping. You know what I'm saying? That's how you get snuffed. I ain't trying to do that, man. Okay, let me see who else I got here, man, on videos. Everybody's coming through, man. Everybody's coming through, the whole Knicks crew. Post some videos up. Let me see what the captain's talking about, man. Captain is back. Oh, wait. Okay, wait. Before I do that, let me pull this up. One second. Sorry. Okay. Actually, no, man. I'm going to bring this up. All right, cool. Let's bring up the captain. He's back. I think Brunson's going to have a big year, man. I think Brunson's going to have a monster. I think Brunson's going to have a monster year. Monster year for the captain. All right, so they're asking pretty much Brunson about how he feels about the Eastern Conference loss, man. How's he feeling about that, right? Is he still stung by the defeat? Let's see what the captain has to say.
It took me a while. Obviously, you think about it, but it's always good to have short-term memory, to focus on what's going on ahead and figure out how you can be better, and you can learn from the things in the past. But it's definitely not something easy just to get over.
He's ready to get back to it, people. He's ready to get back to it. I love the fact that he said it stung, because that means he knows that feeling. So you guys know, right? In anything in life, you've been through certain things and you kind of say, yo, I never want that feeling again. Never want that feeling again. Especially being so close and knowing you were the favorites and you should have beat them guys. That's it. You know that you were the favorites and it should have been you to go into the finals. And the way OKC looked against them boys, we could have beat OKC. So I see where Brunson is kind of like, yo, he was, stung. Because he probably felt like, yo, we could have beat them boys. The wrong team went to the finals. This Rover says, man, my boy about to average 34 and 12. I like that. 34 and 12. Yo, this Rover, you got me thinking, yo, if he do that, should we say MVP? I think he gets MVP, man. If he's putting up numbers like that, I think he's gonna MVP without a question. Without a question. Without a question, I think he's winning MVP if he's putting up something like that. Okay, let's listen to the Big Cat, man. Big Cat is back. I thought Towns had a monster season last year. Let me tell you something, and I've said this before on my show. Big shouts to Coach. Tell a story all the time because I like to show people they love, man. Cat is so much better than what I thought, and I think he's perfect for what it is that we want to do. Perfect, especially with what Mike Brown wants to do, right? By driving and spraying, right? You got a big out there that's shooting almost 40% from three. That's danger zone for the offense, like danger zone for everybody. So for me, what Cat did last year, man, I didn't see it coming. I thought he was going to be good, but I didn't see that. I mean, at times he was dominant last year. Yo, I know we talk about the shot that Brunson had against Detroit, right? But that shot that Cat had, first of all, the fall away from the baseline over the backboard, that was murder. Like, yo, 7 feet doing that? Most cats can't do that to win a 21 game. You play 21, you shoot a shot like that. Ain't no way that's going in. But that hit the bottom of the net. That was the money shot. And then that step back, he was like 2 feet behind the three-point line. That step back, bang. 7 feet, he's doing that? Yo, man. Vibe said red rum. Yeah, word up. Word up. You know what I'm saying? So, Cat was a monster last year. A monster. Monster. And I think he's going to have another big year. I think Cat's going to have another big year this year. Let's listen to the Big Cat.
To the changes this summer with coaching and kind of how you see that playing out with the expectations you guys have this year?
It's gonna be a fun year, man. We got a great team. Everyone's coming back, feeling good about themselves. They had a good summer of work, and we're gonna do everything possible to be the best version of ourselves every single night.
Cat's talking about pretty much what they're gonna do, man. So I think he's absolutely right. They're coming in and really work their tails off and be the best version of themselves. But I think a big part of that's going to be Mike Brown, man, and what he does to really get these guys on. That's going to be huge. Like this is once again, like I stated, right? This is more pressure on Mike Brown than it is on these boys, in my opinion. Because they've already proven that they can win and they can get to that level. They've already proven that. So the ill thing is that, can he, can he really, kind of take them to the next level? Like, can he do that with these guys? So it's going to be exciting to see exactly what happens and how things pan out. So yeah, let me go over here. Let me take out something here. 1 second here. Corey Lindsay, LV, man, how do you feel about the bench? I think the bench is fabulous, sir. I think the bench is fabulous. They made 2 key additions, which I think is the biggest move. I like Yabusele. I like Clarkson. Getting Malcolm Brogdon was the biggest thing. Because we've always been wanting and needing a point guard to run that second unit since IQ left. When IQ left, that really hurt us for a couple of seasons. But now, with this guy running that second unit, now you're going to see us kind of really ascend to the next level. Because now you got a guy that can get Deuce the ball. Deuce doesn't have to be a point guard. He can play off ball. Josh Hart can play off ball. Clarkson, Yabusele, right? So now you got a guy that can run the offense and keep things at a steady keel, an even keel, while Brunson is on the sideline chilling. And so to me, that is the biggest key, was getting Malcolm Brogdon. Out of everybody, out of everything we saw, the biggest key was getting Malcolm Brogdon. I think that move changes everything for the Knicks. Everything. Let me pull this up here, guys. I'm glad you brought that up, Corey Lindsay. Because I want to pull this up here.
Malcolm Brogdon and Landry Shamet. Malcolm Brogdon.
Pull this up. Shams mom, he broke it down to ESPN today in regards to, the Knicks making a move, of course, for Malcolm Brogdon, which we already knew, but he goes a little bit in detail here. And I will elaborate after you guys hear this.
The Knicks need to finalize multiple key positions on their bench, and that's 2 players, Malcolm Brogdon and Landry Shamet. Malcolm Brogdon and Landry Shamet both signed deals with the intent and the plan for them both to be on the roster on opening night and this regular season. Brogdon, I'm told he's expected to play a key bench role in the rotation. Landry Shamet's a guy you can kind of plug and play whenever you need a player on the wing to eat up some minutes as the season goes on. He's also well respected, but how do you do that? They have a lot of cap issues right now that they've got to work through. What does that mean? But both those players signed a deal. They're expected to be on this team.
Okay, so boom. So now, with Shams dropping that heat right there, right? Because he's always dropping bombs. The Shams bomb, right? That's right. With him saying that those guys are expected to make this team, right? Atlantic Line, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live, man. Let's reset the room, man. Once again, this is LV Live going through the New York Knicks 25-26 Media Day. It was player interviews today, and they pretty much broke down exactly the season and what they're looking forward to, and Mike Brown, and what the plans are for the offense. So that was cool. Also, too, next Thursday, everything kicks off preseason. Knicks and 76ers in Dubai. 10-2, that pretty much kicks off preseason for the NBA. So the Knicks open things up, man. So that should be really cool to see. So I appreciate everybody coming through right. We're also, too, man, please hit that like button for me, please. So this is big what Sham said, right, about these two guys making a team, Malcolm Brogdon and Landry Shamet. And the reason why is because, guys, when this deal was made, right, I thought it was just a foregone conclusion that they would be on the team and that'll be it. But like he mentioned, it's cap stuff. It's a whole bunch of things as far as the money they got to get right. So the Knicks have to move off of somebody in order to keep those guys, both of those guys. So what it looks like they're going to probably have to do is either move Dadier or move Tyler Kolek. If it's up to me, I'm moving Kolek. Now, a lot of people are going to say, listen, man, we don't want to move our young players. I get all that, but listen, we want to win now. Like, we want a championship now. If this can get us to the championship, then let's move those guys ASAP. But we don't have to move both of them. We just have to move one of them to where we can have a spot. We can get both of those guys in that spot and they can make the roster. I'm hearing that Tyler Kolek is an option, but I hear Pacome Dadier is really valued out there in the market. And I think you also get back more money for him. I think a lot of it has to do with where he was picked, because I think he was first round. I think he was a first round pick. So it's a lot of moving parts, like Shams just stated. But I think that's kind of like the things that's going around right now, guys. So based on what Shams said, which is huge, what he stated today, was that those guys are going to make this team. Malcolm Brogdon and Landry Shamet. So that means you're going to probably hear it next couple of days that the Knicks are definitely going to probably want to move it off of either Tyler Kolek or Pacome Dadier to make room for those guys to make the roster. So this is big. This is big for what Sham said today. This is huge because that's pretty much solidifying what a lot of people felt was going to happen. But they got to make that move in order to kind of free up some money, man, with the cap space for these two guys. So it's going to be huge. It's going to be huge to see. This Rover says, I'm fine with Brogdon being on the team, but I'm excited for Shamet. You want Shamet back, huh? Yo, man, I like Shamet too, this Rover. I like him too. Yo, I kind of felt like Tibbs did him dirty, man. I was there game 1 against the Pistons. He didn't play great. But no one played great. It was, it had to be the heroics of campaign to pull us out of that win. And then ever since that game, he was just in the dungeons on the bench. And here's the thing, he came into the playoffs on a heater. He was playing really well. He had one bad game. Tibbs didn't go back to him until, it happened. What happened to Indiana? Then it was like, okay, we got to play these guys. Him and Delon Wright. It was too late then. The way Shamet came back after the shoulder injury, he really fought his way back. I love what he does. I love his feistiness. He goes out there, he plays hard. He's a great shooter. He just needs an opportunity to play. He's a great guy coming off the bench. He knows his role. He doesn't ruffle any feathers. But when he comes in, he's going to play hard. He's going to give top effort. Come on, man. He's a pro's pro, man. So I love that. Look at this Rover says, Shamet coming back hungry and healthy. I know for the fact when MSG chanted his name in the Eastern Conference Final, it hit him like a drug. Word up. Word up. Bob said both of them dudes can walk. Pacome and Kolek, bye. I think Vibes. I think it's gonna be one of them. I think it's gonna be one of them. I don't think it's gonna be both. You know what I'm saying? So I like Dadier too, man. I like Dadier. I think he's got a high potential, man. I think he's got a high ceiling. But yo, man, we're trying to win now, man. You're trying to win now, and Malcolm Brogdon is needed. We need that second floor general. We need that for the second unit, especially when Brunson goes out. Atlantic Lion says, man, I'm excited to see this team, man. They're calling us a super team. I used to pray for times like this, man. Yo, who's calling us a super team? Ain't no way, man, we a super team. Not even close. We only got 2 All-Stars. That's it. 2 All-Stars. We got 2 guys on the bench that won 6th Man of the Year. That's it. No more All-Stars after that. We just got really good role players, man. Really good role players. Okay, Vob said that's why Deuce and Bridges got Tibbs fired. Whoa. Let's go back. Let's go back there, Vibes. Vibes are dropping heat. You think Deuce and Kel got Tibbs fired? You think that happened? Or was that the report? Did you hear something? I didn't hear that, Vibes. It's just something brand new to me. I know that some players complained, but they never really released who the players were, Vibes. Did you hear something? You heard some Vibes? Vibes said they did. Let's scroll. Look, you got source, Vibes? Yo, Vibes, I know somebody, man. Vibes, let me find out you was in the meeting. You was in the meeting, Vibes? You was there? I think Vibes was there. Vibes was there. Vibes was there. He was like, yo, man, they ratting on Tibbs. They snitching. Atlantic Lion said, our bench is as good as Washington starting 5. Yeah, man. Agreed. All right, Vops is 1 and 1 makes 2, LV. Deuce never talks like he did. That's a great point. I mean, I remember when Deuce said that. If you guys remember, Deuce was like things needed to change. He was like it was stagnant. Yeah, because Vibes, it was right after the playoff game, right? Deuce was frustrated. You could tell. Deuce was frustrated. He was frustrated, and also too, listen, we lost, man. So guys are gonna be tight. They're gonna start snitching on dudes. That's why, if you guys remember, I didn't like the whole stuff that came out about Cat. Like, I didn't like that. I didn't like that they dropped it like that, like in the locker room. Because guys is mad. They didn't want to lose, especially guys, we were the favorites to win. And so it was a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes that probably guys were pissed off because they felt like we should have won. And so that's where things started leaking out. So Vibes, you could be on to something. You know who I wouldn't be surprised says something? I know a lot of people are going to say Cal. And a lot of people, now I'm hearing Deuce now. I wouldn't be surprised if the Big Cat said something, man. I wouldn't be surprised if the Big Cat. Because remember, the Big Cat played with him before. And I wouldn't be surprised if the Big Cat told Leon, remember, all these guys are close, man. All these guys are close. I don't think Brunson said anything. Because him and Brunson, Brunson and Tibbs are super close. So I don't think Brunson said anything. I don't think Josh Hart said anything. I would not be surprised if Cat said something. I wouldn't be surprised if Cat said something. I wouldn't be surprised if Cat talked to Leon personally. Like, yo, you got to get your man up out of here, man. Your man is bugging. I wouldn't be surprised if that was a conversation. Because, the reports were out there. Listen, the reports were out there that the Knicks were trying to get Cat for the longest. Leon's been trying to get him over here ASAP. Right? So when they got a chance to get him, they shipped off Dante like a thief in the night, and Julius ran to get him. You know what I'm saying? So as much as they wanted to keep Dante, they couldn't. They've been wanting to get Cat for the longest. So Cat knows that. So, once again, this goes back, man. They all know each other. Remember, Leon and World Wide West, all them guys from Jersey. They all knew Cat's father. You know what I'm saying? So they've been watching Cat grow up, just like they've been watching JB grow up. So these guys are all connected. So I would not be surprised if Cat has such a great relationship with Leon that he probably called him late one night, like, yo, you got to get your man out of here. You got to get him out of here. He got me doing this. He's doing that. He's doing, you know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised. Vicious, man. Vicious. It's nasty work out there, man. Nasty work. I wouldn't be surprised. Landline says, I was talking to my guy from school. He's like, the idea trading Deuce to Houston for Tari Eason, increased size and wing reinforcements. I love Deuce, though. What are we thinking? There's no way. There's no way Houston gives up Tari Eason. Eason is a legit, man. How big is Eason? What is Eason, about 6'7"? 6'7"? There's no way. Deuce is small, man. Deuce is only 6'1", man. Listen, he's a good player. He really is. But Tari Eason is a young, solid wing in this league. Well, wings are like you hitting the lottery, man, in this league, man. How big is Tari Eason? Let me take a look at that. Now you got LV looking, man. Tari Eason. How big is he? I think he's about 6'7", man. He's a really good ball player. 6'8". 6'8". There's no way they made that move, man. No way. No way they do that. Houston's, I like Deuce, but there's no way giving him up. No way. No way. No way. And I like Tari Eason. There's no way they give him up, man. No way. He's too valuable, man. And he's young. He was about 23. I think Deuce is older than this kid. He's 24. How old is Deuce? I think Deuce is like 25 or something like that. Deuce is 25. I was right. Some guys about the same age, man. But Easton's big. Deuce is only 6'1". That kid is 6'8". There's no way they touch this. And plus, Deuce is not a point guard. I know the Fred VanVleet stuff, but there's no way. He's not a point guard. I would love it. I would do it. I would do the deal. If you're asking me, LA Line, would I do that deal? I would do the deal. Tyree Easton, you can't get. He's 6'8", man. He's 6'8". He's athletic. He does it all, and he defends. So, man, listen. You get a cat like that, that could push you over the hump, the championship. And I ain't talking about one. I'm talking about a couple of them things. Because you could put him on an SGA. You could put him on a Jalen Williams, and he will give them problems. He's that good of a player. Well, Fred VanVleet told us they said, now listen, the Scrove, I agree, man, but dudes don't play point guard. If he's a point guard, then maybe. This Scrove has a 0.5 chance of happening up. Vibes said they better, but Vibes, he's not a point guard. Vibes, he's not a point guard. What do you think about Houston now that Fred is injured? They still gonna be a problem, man. They still gonna be a problem. They're still gonna be a problem, and they can find a point guard. They already got scorers, man. They're legit, man. They still got Sengun, right? They still got Sengun. Sengun get busy. Sengun get busy. Let me see. Let's see Houston's roster. Appreciate everybody coming through rocking with me tonight, man. I miss talking to y'all, man. The season's almost here, so we're ready to rock and roll with it, man. So it's really exciting. We're sitting here talking hoops, man. Talking hoops, man. My Giants stink, but Knicks is ready to go, man. Okay, so let me see something here. Yo, Sengun is nasty. Sengun get busy. They still got Sengun. You know who's nice over there too? Yo, you know who they got too? I forgot. Yo, they got Steven Adams, man. Yo, let me tell you something about Steven Adams, man. He's like a poor man's iHeart, man. If he can stay healthy, yeah, they got a squad, man. I will say this, though. Let me say this. I will say this about Houston. With VanVleet going down, that hurts their scoring now. Because now, what was VanVleet averaging? What would we say he's averaging about 20, 21? Close to 21, 19? Oh, he's averaging 14 last year. But VanVleet can average anywhere between 17 to 20 points a game. You know what I'm saying? He gets busy. So that hurts their scoring. It does. You know what I'm saying? Because then I don't know, because Amen Thompson, he's just a defender. He's not really a good scorer. Jabari Smith, he's just a defender. So they don't really have anybody that can put the ball in the basket outside of KD. And you have VanVleet, but now he's hurt. Because remember, Jalen Green is gone, so he ain't there no more. So that kind of hurts what it is that what they're trying to do. Atlanta Line says Dottie and Deuce and a little second rounder on top for Tyree Easton. I don't know if they'll take that deal, man. I don't think they're not going to take that deal. They're not going to take that deal, man, because Dottie's not ready yet, man. I told you, Dottie needs another year. Tyree Easton's ready to go now, man. He's ready to go now. He's up there as being one of the best wing defenders in the league. You know what I'm saying? So this could be a breakout year for him. So you put him with Amen Thompson out there on the wing defensively, they're ferocious, man. And Jabari Smith too. So they cause problems defensively. They do. And then you have, a big bruiser down there in that buyout with Steven Adams. It's like trying to get to that rack is like, you know what I mean? Like going through a brick wall. So they're going to be good, man. They're going to be good. Lane Lyon says, I thought the offense ran through Sengun. It did, but now KD is there, man. It's running through him now. Corey Legend said Deuce is not leaving the Knicks. Hey, listen, man, I wouldn't, but hey, listen, if somebody's hungry enough and they got a really good deal, I wouldn't be surprised if they move off him for a really good deal. I wouldn't be surprised because I love Deuce, man. I want to keep Deuce, man. He's my guy, but it's crowded in that backcourt, man. It's crowded back there because you got Clarkson now, you got Deuce, you got Brogdon. You understand what I'm saying? You got Josh Hart. Like those are 4 guards right there, right? So Brunson's still going to play. They're not going to want Bridges and OG Anunoby off the court too much. Those guys are your scorers, right? So you got to think. Mike Brown also talked about how he wants to play between 9.5 to 10 guys. Like, but guys need minutes, right? So where's the minutes going to come from? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised if something comes up like a deal like that and Deuce is moved. This Rover says we have as much of a chance to get Tyree Easton as Dyson Daniels from the Hawks. Exactly. Well said, sir. You always coming through the clutch. Well said. Well said and well played. Atlantic Lion says, I love Deuce, man, but it's worth. No, listen, I agree. And Atlantic Lion, with that being said, I would do the deal. But they're not. Listen, the Rockets aren't touching that deal. There's no way. And the Knicks wouldn't touch it neither because, listen, everybody wants a 6'8" wing, man. They don't grow on trees. So you get a guy out there that's 6'8", can defend, like a Dyson Daniels, you know what I mean? Like, who's old boy out there in New Orleans, right? Got paid. Herb Jones, right? Herb Jones. You know what I'm saying? Them boys out there and the Pelicans, they got the wings out there too, right? So I'm just saying, so you got a guy like that. Those guys are expensive, man. But Jaden McDaniels, them dudes are expensive, man. It's really hard to get them guys. So, Tyree Easton's going to make a lot of money, man, in this league, man. Because he's starting to learn how to score, and he's athletic, and he's a big wing, 6'8", man. Same size as LeBron. And he defends. Those dudes don't grow on trees, man. All right, people. Listen, let me get up out of here. Listen, I appreciate everybody coming through rocking with me, man. It's truly appreciative. Listen, guys, the season is here. Season is here. The LV's here for it. I cannot wait. Appreciate everybody coming through rocking with me. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, people. Right. Also, too, if it's your first time coming through rocking with me, please subscribe to the channel. Also, too, please leave comments because I do respond to comments. All right. Listen, guys, I will be back next week to discuss the 76ers against the Knicks in their preseason game so we can get a chance to see how these guys look. Running the offense, this whole new, Mike Brown, kick and spray and all that stuff. Will it look like Sacramento or will it look like Golden State? We'll see. But it's going to be exciting to see, man. I cannot wait to get back into it. The season's officially here, guys. All right, so LV Live will be back and giving you guys a full breakdown after every game. So please come through and check it out. All right, people, listen, I'm LV Live, and that's my show, and I'm out of here, people. Peace.